What are your thoughts?
Mind my damn business.
Virtual reality.
Hi, I'm Danny Murphy.
And I'm Evan Real.
And if you want to feel a little bit chicer this September, I think you guys should do yourself a favor and join us at Chelsea Table and Stage September 7th for our live show. And Evan, besides us, can you let everybody know who else will be there?
We are going to have a big New York Fashion Week themed extravaganza with some very fun and fabulous Bravo celebrity fashionistas. Vanita Aspen from Southern Charm, Saida Silva from New York City, her co-star Uba, Cynthia Bailey from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Sutton Strack from Beverly Hills, and last but not least, Ashley Darby from The Real Housewives of Potomac. So it is going to be a night to remember.
There is going to be so much gossip, so many looks, and so little time. So get your tickets at chelseatableandstage.com because you don't want to miss any of the fun. Just like I don't want to miss the next Richards vacation because Kyle Richards is living her best life with her family on vacation right now.
Well, and maybe we can ask Sutton about this because we need some clarity. These vacation photos are putting the Bravo fandom into a frenzy, into a little bit of a tizzy because people are like, wait, Kyle and Mauricio are hanging out again. What's going on with the split, the separation, all that? But more importantly, what's going on with Farrah Brittany and her fiance?
It's kind of like, it's sort of how Kyle was able to pass the question of like, are you on Ozempic 500 times to Erica? I feel like it's like, are you with your man? She's like, baby, you're going to have to tap it. You're going to have to Saweetie tap in because I'm done.
Wait, that's actually such a great point. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, she has been passing the ball recently and very successfully. I think that Farrah has caught the ball because she is definitely in this space of mystery, whether, and that's where Kyle was living. We didn't know if she was on Ozempic or not. We didn't know if she and Mauricio were together or not. And now we don't know if Farrah Brittany, as of now, as we're recording this podcast, because anything can happen, if she and her fiance are still together. This does bring me back to season 1 of Buying Beverly Hills and a scene that has stuck with me and bothered me for so long. And it's their engagement taking place after cooking a pretty mediocre looking meal. I think it was
a Lunchable.
It wasn't a Lunchable, but I think maybe, you know how Prince Harry and Meghan got engaged after cooking a roast chicken together? I think they were going for that, but it just doesn't, it's different when it's not at Kensington Palace. You know what I'm saying? Don't propose to me over chicken in LA.
They did rotisserie chicken from Whole Foods, where you get it prepared and it's kind of sad, and that was just summation of their relationship. Okay, I don't love that for Farrah.
I don't love that
for Farrah on the dish.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I feel like maybe if it is true that they're not together, maybe the engagement was an indication of what was to come. But who knows? Maybe she's just living her best fiance-free life on vacation. I'm currently engaged too, and sometimes you need a little alone time.
Well, maybe there's awkward moments where it's so the boat only has a capacity for 9.
Right.
And if you're every vacation.
Sorry, fiance. Sorry, thieves. You're not going to make it this time. And I feel bad. I'm so sorry to this man because I cannot for the life of me remember his name. But Mr. Farrah Brittany is what we'll call him.
He is right now at karaoke singing, "You don't know my name." He's about to call me, I make your hot chocolate with the milk, even though the boss says water. Full Alicia Keys. If you know the song, you know the song. But if you don't, that music video just came flashing back to me. But if Morgan Wade's music video is flashing to you right now, let it be known she's done with the dumb rumors about her and Kyle.
The internet is so dumb, she said. It's so dumb, and these rumors are so silly, and it's where did they come from? What? Why are people talking? I don't get it. If they are rumors, I get how it could be frustrating, but they are stoking the flames. Which I'm not mad at. Stoke the flames.
You look gorgeous, but it's kind of funny when people are like, why is it so hot out? And then we're throwing plastic at a sea otter in the water. We're like, oh, because climate change. We're doing it. Morgan, you know how the rumors started, okay?
And I kind of feel like the rumors are beneficial to your music career now because, I got to be honest, Danny Murphy, I didn't know who Morgan Wade was until she started rolling with Kyle Richards.
So, I mean, sometimes everything I would love, maybe, do we think this is all a plan and Kyle Richards is getting to talent management, taking all of Scooter Braun's clients?
I love that theory because now there is a space open in the industry. And do you know what? I kind of feel like the thing that I love about Kyle, whether or not she keeps me in a state of mystery and wondering what's going on with her life, the one thing I do know about her is that she's a mama bear. She knows how to take care of the people she loves. And I would love to see her transfer some of that mama bear energy to people like Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande. I'm just saying.
Yes. And she loves music because when Melissa Etheridge performed at Dorit's dinner, she lost her mind. No, you don't. You dare read into that, everybody. She just loves music. But I like that you said Kyle leaves you in a little state of mystery because you know who never once has the ability to be mysterious? Bethenny Frankel.
All right. Yeah, Bethenny Frankel. She is constantly speaking her mind. She is never not speaking her mind.
All she's doing is putting cottage cheese on scooped up bagels and speaking her mind.
Or like getting real messy with some seafood and speaking her mind. Like I think you sent me a montage of Bethenny Frankel just sort of being super chaotic live on Instagram or TikTok, and we've got to like put a link in the YouTube description, but it's Bethenny at her most chaotic, and it's set to like horror film music, and it's hauntingly beautiful. It really, really is
hauntingly beautiful. Who does not think anything is haunting nor beautiful is Lala Kent, because she, of course, had some thoughts about the reality reckoning part 2 of 12 in this program that Bethenny's doing, which is the sit down with Raquel, Rachel. Lala is clapping back to a lot of the claims Rach made on the podcast, and I'm not surprised that she had to clap back.
Well, and I think it's important to start with her most powerful and obvious statement in all of this. It's that Bethenny's talking about exploitation without compensation. That's the reason for her movement. But here she is essentially exploiting Raquel.
Bethenny completely exploited that girl yet again.
And she's trying to have a conversation that I don't think Rachel was necessarily ready to have, and we've talked about this before, Danny, where it felt like they were each like having 2 separate conversations and like responding to like the voices in their head rather than each other. But some of the voices in Rachel's head were apparently telling her to tell some lies, because
Lala was in her candy, I don't even know, like she was just calling out the lies on her podcast.
And I think that one of the most interesting lies that she called out is that Rachel said that Lala came to her room in like a moment of consolation, and Lala's like, baby girl, that never happened. Like, what are you talking about? Well, I do love, you know what, maybe in the treatment center, like Rachel had a lot of time alone to meditate and to daydream. So maybe maybe this is like all her daydreams like trapped in a bottle, and then she just like unleashed them.
Genie in a bottle. Come and set her free. Or maybe I would love if Rachel just went on Instagram stories like, I'm so sorry, I got you mixed up with this Lauren I knew. Like, girl, lean into a little savagery if you want to here and there. I don't know, just to entertain us.
Yeah.
You know who I will say is keeping me very entertained though? Shannon Beador.
When is she not? Shannon storms Beador. She has been storming through these last few episodes of Real Housewives of Orange County, and this latest episode, Danny, I don't know if she can top this performance.
It was the most tragic Taco Tuesday in history. Like, just to have people bailing out of her TT Taco Tuesday, like FaceTime in person, so much so that she had to like start like yelling at the producers.
Please, can they not film this?
Well, and like, here's the thing that you pointed out that was so funny is that she knows that she's being filmed, and she's telling producers what she can't talk about as it pertains to her relationship with Mr. John Jansen.
Does he spend enough time with me? Is there going to be enough money? His kid doesn't like me. I can't talk about that on camera, and this can't go in the camera.
And she says it on camera, no, she's mic'd up, talking to literal producers with cameras around, and then she turns to the camera and says, "We can't use any of this." Like, I didn't know that Shannon Beador had an EP credit.
Oh, like, are you SJP and just like that girl? No.
It's so funny. Like, or maybe like she knows, maybe this is part of her shtick. Maybe she's like the fourth wall girl, like the face of the fourth wall in the Bravo.
What I love about
universe.
Shannon Beador is she will never have a shtick. Like, there's no layer. Like, she is just in her heart. She has fights that paralyze her, and she goes to buy crystals. There's no, she's just in trying to hold something together that is just impossible to hold.
Well, and I feel really bad because I think she even got like crystals implanted in her teeth, and I think those are supposed to like, you know, set the vibes correctly. And I just feel like Shannon is always fighting the vibes.
She might need veneers for no other reason besides to get those crystals out, because I think someone messed with the crystals.
Like, yeah, like, are they cursed crystals?
I don't know. Well, you know who's about to curse at her next episode? Gina, because that CPS comment. And also I don't know if you caught in the coming attraction when Gina's like, "You said my kids were going to be taken by Child Protective Services." Shannon's like, "Strike me dead, I did not." We're like, "You just said that last episode."
It's like she's asking to be strike dead.
Like, "You take these crystals out of me right now." "I did not." "Oh, please take them."
Yeah, that was such a low down, uncalled for comment from Shannon. I think, as we know, you don't bring up the children. You know, it's tough to bring up the husbands in the Housewives universe, but one thing you really don't do is you don't bring up the children, and especially making a comment like that to Gina, who has faced such adversity head on, has figured out a really healthy co-parenting relationship despite the struggles she faced with her former partner, and she sort of like built this new life with this new blended family, and everything's working so nicely and copacetically. And for Shannon to hit below the belt like that, I thought was just really hurtful.
Yeah, and now it does make a lot more sense why they are constantly feuding on Instagram. Because for a while I was like, why are we going such extremes? Like, always looking at one of those, like, now I get it.
Yeah, we thought Skirtgate was all fun and games, but it goes a lot deeper. And I, like you said, I 100% get it. I understand.
And we did not just get more clarity about Skirtgate this week, Evan, right?
We got a lot of clarity about what's going down on the Real Housewives of Atlanta from a woman, an icon, a superstar hip hop maven who is friends with all the girls on Atlanta and has her own show called Boss Moves, in addition to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Yeah, you know who it is. We're talking about Rasheeda.
Oh, like, legend. Me and Evan spent we can't play it. Like, we spent the first half of the interview just like telling her our favorite songs of hers, which I think she liked for a little bit. Then she's like, "Okay, guys, you can we can just chat." And chat we did.
Yeah, she gave us some, not a whole lot of tea, but I feel like her reaction to us asking her about the rumors about Drew Sidora and Ty Young were very telling. One thing she did say is that the vibes are vibing. So
read between the tea and check it out.
There's some Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and some Real Housewives Atlanta crossover kind of happening leading up to the Atlanta finale with Ty Young, who was previously engaged to Mimi, and then there's the rumors about Drew, and we know you're friends with Drew, and obviously you know Mimi very well. What are your thoughts?
Mind my damn business.
Okay. That honestly, that's probably smart.
That's smart. That's smart. Was that one of the episodes when you caught up? You're like, I should have just skipped this episode because now I'm kind of involved.
Okay, I'm like, things be happening, child. Listen, it's a lot, okay, but hey, it is what it is.
Did you get to catch up and Drew and just sort of ascertain how she's feeling? Is she doing well? I mean, like, is she okay? Because she's been through a lot this year.
She has. She's been through a lot. I haven't talked to her in a while, The last time I did speak to her briefly on text, she was fine. You know, Drew is keeping it moving. I think, you know, regardless of what goes on in life when it comes to like all of us, one thing I can say is it's like you have to like keep it pushing. Like you have to like stay focused. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot of pressure, you know, especially when you're going through like marriage stuff and relationship stuff. You got kids involved and all of that. And then you got the whole world watching you and forming an opinion and dealing. But more than anything, she's just got to stay focused, got to keep moving. I'm looking forward to seeing her, you know, in the future on what she's doing. And, you know, things be happening though. It's kind of crazy.
And I mean, and also like there's things blossoming. Let it be new love, new music, because she wants to get into all of that too. It feels like she's about to, like, she's entering a new era. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a new Drew loading.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes, you know, you don't know where a person is. You don't really know fully people's relationships, where things are. So, you know, sometimes when things happen, you see a person and they're like, okay, now I'm, you know, able to go in these different directions and do the things that I want to do. And when you see them moving around like that and it seems like they're happy, a lot of times you just want people to be happy, you know?
Like, does the A plus B equal C? Like, do their vibes correlate? Do you feel?
Who vibes you talk about? Well, obviously it's some vibing going on. Okay, let's just.
Like, I'm not mad at it. I think they're great together.
You know, all I say to people is like, listen, life is short. And we could wake up tomorrow and it could be something going on out of all of our control. And you want to be happy at the end of the day. And I think what everybody's goal should be is to find that happy space. You know what I mean?